Hello, my name is Tanisha of Crown Insight Consulting, and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a video about secrets big brands use for growth, and this is the first part of a series of many. And so if you are an entrepreneur that's starting a business for the first time, or you're rebranding, or let's say you had a brick and mortar store and you're evolving to a website store, this is going to be a channel for you, okay? So since this is my first video, let me get into some background about myself. I have 12 years of experience working in the digital space. I started out more on the technical side as a web developer, and my career evolved into being more into the strategy, digital marketing, content creation, content strategy side of things. And I've worked at brands Samsung, Ralph Lauren, Kate Spade, Verizon, just to name a few. And even though these are different industries, there is a lot of commonality with how these brands approach marketing, digital marketing, branding, and things of that nature. And I want to discuss with you about some of these secrets that big brands are using for growth in hopes that you can also benefit from these things for your business. So let's get right into it. One of the first things that I'm going to be focused on is the fact that these big brands, they really know their consumers. They know their consumers like the back of their hands. They go through a lot of different methods in order to gather consumer and market research, data analytics, consumer shopping behavior. So they will study those things and have a lot of learnings from those, okay? And then they take all of this information and they aggregate it to develop personas or profiles on these customers. And they know basic things like what are their age, how many children they have in the house, are they single or they're married, what's their education, what's their income, from customers that have shopped with them in the past, customers that have clicked on emails, that have gone on their social media, that have visited them in stores, that have contacted their customer service or left comments on their reviews, so left product reviews and things like that, okay? So basic information such as what is their sex or race. These are things that the big brand is then going to use to make these data-driven decisions about everything from product development to market research and marketing, okay? And they will then make decisions about, for example, how much budget is it worth putting behind the marketing, okay? Or they might decide how much budget to put specifically maybe behind advertising to social media versus advertising on Google. Things like that is how they will use this. Also, when it comes to content creation, it helps to inform the big brand about how should they be talking to their customer. For example, if you have a target customer that is a millennial, you're going to talk to them different than you may baby boomers, right? So this information is very important to big brands in any company, really. So let me get into how you can then take this tactic and use it for your business, okay? So I know what you're thinking. You might say, hey, in a perfect world, I would love to do that, but I don't have the budget to put towards a dedicated research or data analytics team. Or you might say, my team is just too lean right now. Yeah, we want to get there in the future, but we're just not there yet. And that is fine. So this is what I would recommend. So I would say to you that at a bare minimum, make sure you have the basic information on who your customer is before you launch new products, before you launch these marketing campaigns. So that would be things like know their age, okay? Race, relationship status, education, and number of children in the home, okay? And anything else that you think is really essential with you being able to make good decisions, okay, about where to market and advertise to them, or maybe even just about your product, right? It could determine the type of product that you're investing in, things like that, okay? So at a minimum, that's what you should have. Now, you may not be able to go into some of the deeper insights that I had mentioned that big brands use, like the certain attitudes about how customers are feeling about their brands, or it could be things like just buying behavior. So when are customers buying? What is the frequency in which they buy? Average order value. If you're a new brand, of course, those are things that you may not have that information as of yet, and that's fine. So at a basic level, make sure you just have a basic profile on your customer. And so you can use resources such as Statista, Pew Research, Google Trends, Think with Google, just to name a few, in order to use these to get some of that basic information. So you're looking for things like, what are some of the maybe popular products that customers tend to buy, like maybe within the last year, a few years, or 6 months, okay? Where are they buying them? You're looking for just any research and findings that you can. And really, if you do a Google search on whatever it is that you need to know, a lot of times you will come up and find market and research resources and tools that you can use. Some of them you can find such data for free. Some of them cost money, some of them cost a lot, some of them cost a little. So it really just depends on the specific resource that you choose to use. Okay, so once you get this, take a few hours to put towards putting together, or it could take you a few days. It could take you a few days to do the research and then put it together, okay? But it's just really important that before you launch that marketing campaign that you have it, okay? And then once you launch your marketing campaign, it's really important that even, I would say, a little bit before you launch it, okay? Make sure you are investing in tools like Google Analytics, things that you can put on your website, or analytics tools on social media, so that once you launch that new product, once you launch your marketing campaign, you have information about deeper insights. What time are customers shopping on your website? Are there certain trends, and according to like maybe current events or holidays, are there certain times of the seasons that customers are shopping with you? One given is, if you're someone that sells a consumer product, Christmas is probably going to be a great time of the year for you, So just having some of these deeper insights is something that's going to greatly benefit you. And you may not have it right off the bat, but I encourage you highly to get it, okay? Tools like Google Analytics, they're free to use, so take advantage of them, because it's really important that you have that data. It's really helpful for you to be able to, as you continue to launch new products, it's going to be really helpful for you to be able to look at data from old marketing campaigns and say, oh, well, when we launched this, we found that this really resonated well with millennial women, okay? For example, if that were the case and you found that millennial women are really big on your brand, okay, then you could invest more in places where you know that they really are. Like, for example, everybody knows that millennials love social media. So it might be really worth you investing in social media ads, okay? So this information is highly, highly essential. And it is important if you want to help to grow your company. And as mentioned, it's a secret that big brands use whenever they have these big marketing campaigns, which they invest millions upon millions of dollars in. It's one of the first things that they do at a basic level. Okay, who are our customers? Who are we selling to? What are we trying to get them to do? So it's really important in helping you be more strategic, because when you do digital marketing and advertising, it's somewhat of a guessing game, unless you're someone that's been in the industry for a while. It can be somewhat of a guessing game. So it's really going to help to increase your odds of getting it right when you have that data to back up the actions that you're taking towards your marketing campaigns. And in addition, it helps you to personalize your brand and your products to your consumer. And every consumer wants that. They want to feel like the brand that they're buying, the product that they're buying, is personalized just for them. So that's all for this part of the Secrets That Big Brands Use for Growth series. And definitely give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to share it if you know that there's someone that can benefit from this. And leave me comments on what are some other secrets or things that you would like to know more of that were used by big brands, okay? Thank you, and I will see you soon.